Welcome back to my channel. I am Tiff with Journal with Tiff, and today I will be swatching inks from the Diamine Purple 2023 Inkvent Calendar, and I'll be swatching inks from days 17 through 24. The next video that you will see from me will be day 25, which is an actual full bottle. The supplies that I will be using will be, I'm going to be swatching in the Galen Leather 52 GSM Tomoe River blank white paper notebook, which I have housed in my Chic Sparrow dark brown Scout. I will be swatching my inks first with either a dropper or a pipette, and a writing sample with my Kakamori brass nib dip pen. I have two jars of water here just for cleaning out the pipettes and the dip pen, and a towel here to the side to dry everything off. So let's get started. The first ink will be Lavender Frost, and it is a shimmer ink. I'm going to give that a good shake. It already looks like a very interesting color. I certainly hope it is a lavender or purple that I like. Oh, and I also would be swirling my swatches with just the lid of an ink sample vial. I'm not sure if I got much shimmer in that, but we shall see. And now for a dip with the dip pen. Oh, this is a beautiful color. I love dusty, muted colors, like dusty pinks, dusty browns. I do like those. And this purple is just gorgeous. And this is Lavender Frost. Again, while it's wet, it's kind of hard to see the shimmer all of the time. Once it dries, we'll be able to see it better, and we will do a close-up of all of the ink colors again once it has dried. The next color is Blizzard. It is a shimmer ink as well. So I always wonder how people use their shimmer inks. Like, oh, I did not put this one away. Let's go ahead and put the lid on that one. My question is more of, how comfortable are you using shimmer inks in, I want to say, in any of your pens that you thoroughly enjoy? Or for me personally, I'm more concerned with, I guess, my pricier pens. I have more of a concern for. I get a little nervous about being able to clean them well. So I will admit that I do have a bit of hesitation when it comes to using shimmer in certain pens. This is a pretty blue. And I think the name Blizzard is pretty appropriate. It kind of just gives you that cold feeling. Both of these inks so far look like they will have maybe silver shimmer, maybe. we will see. Next is Cinnabon. Ooh, this is very interesting to me. This is a scented ink. I'm a little nervous about this. The last scented ink I was not very impressed with, I will admit. So let's see if this one is going to be any better. It was very wet and did not behave well, in my opinion. And I didn't even smell it to see what the scent is. Let's see here. It smells like a Cinnabon, I guess, but kind of, it's almost like a little, I guess a lot of the cinnamony, if that's a word, I can smell that the spice is what I smell in it. So let's see if this one does better. I can already tell it's a very wet ink. I can tell that already. This is Cinnabon. Yeah, I do see the difference in the consistency in this ink. Similar to, gosh, I cannot remember the name of the previous ink. Let's see, what was it? I don't want it to run. It was Sweet Dreams, yeah. I was not impressed by Sweet Dreams at all, and I apologize. I was so out of frame with that entire portion, so my bad. I'm so sorry. Next we have Astral. This is a chameleon ink, so it should look different depending on how the light hits it. I see the shimmer there at the bottom. Let's make sure we are in frame. I'm getting ahead of myself. But before I kind of got distracted, my question was how everyone feels about shimmer inks and putting shimmer inks in their pens. It does make me quite nervous. And I get it. They can always be cleaned out, especially if you have a good pen flush. I guess the clogging is kind of what I have a fear of in certain pens. I'm trying to talk and write and make sure I get everything correct. This is a black, and that's, I actually, I like that because so far, at least the way it looks, you know, a lot of times you have a black ink and it's kind of gray or, you know, something to that effect. But it looks pretty black to me. Next we have Tranquility, and it is a chameleon ink as well. Maybe pink, some shade of pink with gold shimmer maybe. Let's see. And I'm kind of bouncing between my eyedropper and I have a pipette. So it's just whichever one is like cleaned out and dry to take fresh ink is the one that I'm using. Oh, okay. That's pretty. Oh, that is gorgeous. This is the kind, I'm not, I think I've said before, there are just certain colors that everyone kind of trends to, and pink is not one that I normally do unless it's like a dusty pink. Maybe a mauve, tranquility. But this is nice. It's not too vibrant. It's not in your face, if that makes sense. So yeah, can't wait to see that one when it dries. Next is tinsel. Definitely gonna be a holiday color, I'm sure, and it is a shimmer ink. Make sure I get some of the shimmer down here. Now that is a bright color. That's definitely a bright red. And after dipping, I'm kind of just wiping off the bottom edge of the pen because I always get ink right there where the pen rests on my finger. Okay, that's definitely a festive color. But it's, you know what? I see this was not a chameleon color. It just says, I think, was it a chameleon? No, it's shimmer. And I probably should be documenting that in here. Tinsel. That would really be good to document. I may go back and do that later, just so that I have the documentation on the type of ink that it is. But that's already a pretty color. Next is Fireside Snug, and it is a standard ink, so no need to agitate it. Oh wow, Fireside Snug. I mean, just the first initial swatch, even though it's wet, literally makes me think of a flame when I first put it down there. Kind of so far looking like a burnt orange color. A burnt reddish orange. Nice. And that is Fireside Snug. And lastly, we have Sugar Snap, which is a shimmer ink. You can see the shimmer there. You know, sometimes when doing these videos, I kind of just get to swatching or whatever I'm filming, and I totally forget to look up at the viewfinder to make sure that I am in camera. So charge it, as they say, charge it to my head and not to my heart. Just kind of get into what I'm doing, I guess. And need to be more attentive and pay more attention. A little bit of water there. Oh, pretty green. Yes. Yes, I love that. Let's see. Let's get a little writing sample with that. Well, did I? Surely I did. There we go. Sometimes I wonder if my pen is clogged, because that tends to happen to me fairly often. So this is my kind of green. I do like this. And this is Sugar Snap. All right, so we have them all swatched, and I'm going to let these dry, and we'll come back and check them all out. Okay, I think all have dried. Kind of had a little slip up there. I thought it was dry and my hand rubbed across it and it was not, but let's just go ahead and check these out. So first we had Lavender Frost. It is a shimmer ink, and I did go ahead and label them. Plus I did a swatch on the Warren-Gil ink drop swatch card so that you can see the difference between the swatch card and Tomoe River paper. It is a beautiful lavender with what looks like a silver / lavender shimmer as well. Very pretty, very pretty. Next is Blizzard, a shimmer ink. And here is the Warren-Gil swatch card. An icy blue with a silvery shimmer. Then we have Cinnamon, that I was a little bit out of frame with earlier. Sorry about that. But this is a scented ink. I am not a fan. This is on the swatch card, and even on the swatch card you see where it just looked so utterly saturated in the middle there, and how it shows up on the Tomoe River paper. So needless to say, I'm not as big of a fan of the scented inks, I don't believe. Then is Astral. This is a chameleon. When it was wet, it looked black, like very black. I did not notice any shimmer at all. Once it dried, depending on how the light hits it, you can see that beautiful green shimmer. And this is the Warren-Gil card. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Next is Tranquility, a chameleon as well. When it was wet, it looked way more pink. Now it definitely looks more purple with gold, with almost like some flecks of green shimmer in it. That doesn't, well, it does. I was going to say it doesn't show up as much on the Warren-Gil swatch card, but that is a lovely color and shimmer. Then we have Tinsel, a very festive color. It is a shimmer ink as well. Not a heavy shimmer though. It's actually nice. If you're not big on heavy shimmer, this just might be the ink for you. Fireside Snug is the one I kind of had a little issue with, but we get the point. Actually, I think it gives character. A nice burnt orange. It looks much deeper on the swatch card, but either way, I actually really like it either way. And lastly, there is Sugar Snap. It is like I don't know how to describe this green. It's not an olive green. It is definitely more vibrant and bright in person than it is showing up on screen, but it does have the silvery shimmer to it, another festive color. So these are all of the colors for the last week, and next will be day 25, the final ink swatch. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoyed this review, these swatches. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will chat with you later.